A ship in the ocean under cloudy weather always equates to adventure. In Lara Croft's case, the perfect storm smacked her square in the ovaries and landed her on an island somewhere in the Dragon's Triangle, east of Japan. In the midst of the shipwreck, Lara gets bucked on the head and is kidnapped by a dude who looks like a cannibal from The Hills Have Eyes. Even though she's hanging upside down amongst beef jerky corpses, Lara gets her shit together and escapes the freaky cave, but not without leaving with a little scratch on the side of her stomach.
'Tis but a scratch.
After scavenging for weapons and supplies, Lara finds Sam with Matthias, a creepy islander who helped patch Sam's foot up. Matthias looks like he's an inch away from turning Sam into a lampshade while she tells him the story of Queen Himiko, who is an ancient... Bam! Lara wakes up to find that Sam and Matthias are gone. She regroups with the rest of the team, including the very unmasculine Whitman, who spends most of his time geeking out over the island and less time trying to f***ing survive. Lara and Whitman are captured by some random Russian islanders after Whitman surrenders like a little bitch. I mean, the man had a gun in his hand. A gun in his hand!
You still have a gun.
I don't want any trouble.
No.
We'll come.
Lara narrowly escapes and finds Roth, but right when she thought everything was cool, the wolves come chomping out with their sharp canines and practically tear Lara's poor little foot off. Lara manages to climb up a Mount Everest high tower and sends out an SOS. A rescue plane comes through, but just as soon as you think everyone is safe, it gets bolted down and destroyed. Lara discovers the Sun Queen's tomb, and things start turning eerily unrealistic when we see the Oni. These ancient storm guards who seem to be a mix of the masked immortals in 300 and the samurai costumes in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
I think I swallowed a frog. I hope it wasn't an ancestor.
The Solari, who are the sex-crazed lunatics on the island, have Sam captive and are planning on ritualistically burning her in the name of the Sun Queen. It starts bordering Kool-Aid cult territory here. Sam survives, and Lara single-handedly rescues Jonah, Alex, and Reyes, all while nursing a leg that's been ravaged by wolves. And did we also mention a bear trap? Those ungrateful bastards. Lara then frees Sam from Matthias because any minute longer with that man and Sam would have been a very stylish living room curtain. Roth brings Lara onto a helicopter in hopes of escaping the island of the damned, but once again Mother Nature steps in and says, "Hell no!" The chopper crashes, completely thrashed by the storm. Roth turns in his 9th life and sadly dies to the hands of the Solari, alas the only real character we feel sorry for losing. In her grief and utter desperation, Lara starts rambling weird shit to herself about Queen Himiko.
No one leaves. The storms. They're linked to the power of the Sun Queen. That's what's stopping us leaving.
She puts 2 and 2 together and somehow, miraculously, figures out exactly what she has to do to stop the Sun Queen and get off the island. Suddenly, it's Discount Indiana Jones, and when Lara finds the Stormguard General's corpse, she reads a scroll that says the Queen's soul is trapped in her decaying body in the tomb. I guess this is the origin of the term Tomb Raider. Roll credits. Meanwhile, Whitman takes Sam back to the Solari, but ends up getting killed for thinking that the phrase, "I come in peace," would mean shit to the Oni.
What is it in Japanese? You're... Joe!
Lara and the remaining crew of the ship head to the ritual chamber where they finally catch up with the OG damsel in distress, Sam. The last few minutes equates to the gore you would see in a Resident Evil game as Lara goes full-on rampage and ends up killing Matthias. This is the birth of Lara's dual guns. And roll credits. Queen Himiko's mute corpse is in the middle of transferring her soul into Sam's body when a burning stake through the chest finally kills the vindictive bitch. Lara and the others finally leave the island, and despite a lot of shit happening to Lara's leg, there is still no fucking limp. And so with fresh scars on her body and a hollow look in her eye, Lara decides to go on more adventures and probably take a much needed shower.